Hello everyone, it's Jules by Jude, and let me tell you that I'm just doing a video quickie here until I finish my other video. This is UV resin and it's hard. Now I'm going to be honest, I got this from China a while ago. I believe it was Wish, but you can get this UV resin fairly cheap on Amazon, maybe even eBay, but you're going to have a great difficulty getting it anywhere else, like Michael's, maybe Joann's, maybe Michael's in a bigger store. I'm not sure about those. We have the smaller stores. I'm not sure if you know what the difference is, but Joann's has a smaller and a larger store, same as Michael's. So the larger stores obviously carry more merchandise in different areas. So fingers crossed you might be able to find it, but your best bet is to find it on Amazon or eBay. Now, what is UV resin? UV resin, in my instance, I'm going to dome, or in this instance here, I'm going to cover the back. I've already domed it. And what you want to do is, I'm going to show you how to spread it. I'm going to cover the back. I'm going to show you how to mix it in with some glitter. It doesn't take long. I'm going to show you an example of my UV lamp, but guess what? You do not need a UV lamp. All you need is sunlight. UV rays from the sun will harden this resin. You cannot bake it. Time will not harden it. It's nothing like regular resin. Okay? Lots of jewelry makers use it to dome their jewelry pieces. Or to as like a glue to harden their pieces into other vocal pieces. So what I also do is when I use my regular resin, and regular resin being it takes 24-48 hours to cure. When I'm done curing my piece, I might use it to touch up some imperfections in that piece. Very easily done with UV resin. Okay, so let's get started. What I have here is a lighter to pop the bubbles, also toothpicks to pop the bubbles and spread. I have here is some glitter. Now hopefully you can see how shiny this piece is. I like this piece. It does have some gold in it. It is gold foil, not gold glitter. But the back is not really perfect, and I didn't want to put another piece of clay on it. So what I'm going to attempt to do is put my UV resin in that glitter, stir it up really nice, and spread it on the back for a nice attractive backing. We'll see how it works. Okay? As I said, this is really not mixing the resin like you would mix regular resin. This is just mixing my glitter in so that I have something very nice to spread. When you're using regular resin, you have to combine your A and B and stir it and all kinds of good stuff. So that's not what I'm doing here. Right now, all I'm doing is adding my glitter to my resin. And then I'm going to spread. Can I add my resin to my piece and then add the glitter? Probably, but I prefer to mix it together first. Now, you can pour your resin or you can spread your resin, and I'm going to spread it with my glitter spots. I'm going to make sure my glitter gets all around there. So I do this primarily on the back of this piece so that, excuse me, if it flips around while someone is wearing it, it's not going to look yucky. At least I don't think it will look yucky. It's my preference. Now once I do get most of this on here, I'm going to start to spread it with my toothpick. And then I will put it under my lamp. If I can get you a good shot of my lamp. I live in Florida, and I would normally try to put the bulk of my pieces out in the sunlight quicker, and I'm not confined to my lamp, the space in my lamp, and it works great. But right now it's raining. I was about to. Alright, that really is about it. Let me just check it, and I need to check it. I usually check it from an angle. Put my head down to my piece and turn my head. Excuse me. Gosh, every time I do a video, my throat gets all yucky and I have to clear it. Alright. I can also move around my glitter if I so choose to distribute it a little bit more evenly, which is probably what I'll be doing. Okay. And what I'm doing is bringing out some of this resin. It's usually very thick, it's not thin. Like I said, usually it depends on what brand. This one happens to be by China, which is not probably going to happen for a long time, so or even ever at all again. We'll have to see. But we can get it in the United States fairly cheap now as well, so I wouldn't worry too much. But it is very, very difficult to find in the stores, your local craft stores. I have a little bit, I'm lacking some, there we go. Lacking a little bit of glitter there. So I'm spreading, and I'm bringing right up to my edge. Now if you have a real sharp edge on your piece, you're good to go. If you have a very round one, you need to be very careful. Sometimes this UV resin pulls back. What does that mean? It means when you bring it to the edge, it sets for a second, or it starts to dry, it pulls back towards the center. Occasionally. Depends on what brand you use. There are some brands out there that happens a lot with, you know. This one here, I haven't had that problem, so I'm pretty good with it. Now keep in mind that this is the back of my pendant, not my front. I mean, you might like it as a front, that's fine, but I'm using it as my back. I'll make the front the way it is. Now what I do sometimes is I use what they call a UV flashlight. It's got the blue light, and what I'll do here is twirl it around, as you can see. And this, you can use this to harden. I haven't had much luck with that. I think I have to get a stronger one. But what I use this for is transportation. Yep, transportation. When I first did resin and UV resin, it's very hard to transport it from where I'm working at to where I would like it to dry, even in a lamp situation. And so what I'll do with this little flashlight is it will, at the very least, and I do mean very least, begin to harden the resin. So when I transport it from point A to point Z, meaning the end, it won't spill over. It will be thicker. It won't be dry for me anyway, but it'll be thicker. Alright, I'll be right back to show you me putting it in my lamp. Hang on. Okay, I know it's a little dark, but sorry. At least it looks that way from here. And this is my UV lamp, and it's still on my tile. Still on my tile, and the name of it's Melody Susie. I have several lamps, and this is what it looks like inside there, and I'm going to leave it there for 15 minutes or less. Sometimes it takes a whole lot less, but it's got glitter in it. That's usually what I just like to be safe. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, while we're waiting for that to dry, let's talk a little bit about what you're looking at. And this is a cane that I had created. And what I was, this is inspired by white buffalo turquoise. And I like to say that because it rarely comes out exactly the way a person wants it to come out. So anyhow, these pieces have been domed and I'm enjoying them. And now the backs have not. I might do something similar. We'll have to see. Let's see here. I'll put you in here. And voila. So what I'll do is put holes in, these are going to be earrings. And I'll probably put a cord through that with a bead. And I'll show you the end result. These are actually hallowite. And I'll probably put some of these on the cord leading down to it. We'll see. So let's check out our piece and see how it looks. I'm going to take it out. It's starting to rain. And there we have it. Now that's the back, and this is the front. So basically what I'm attempting to do is create a necklace that if it happens to flip over, it doesn't look terrible on the back. So, very quick video for y'all. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, click like. If you like it, subscribe. And please share. I know it's been about a couple weeks and I'm working on a project. Can't wait to show you. So, God bless. Hope everybody's well. Take care.